Alright, what's up guys? So, Sunny V2 has uploaded a video titled The Many Scams and Downfall of Machinima 2006 to 2019. Yeah, because I had looked up the channel the other day because it was in like a video, or not a video, a post on Twitter that I saw where they were like, oh, like this channel, like remember this channel, it was on some stuff like that. And I'm like, whatever happened to that channel? Like, I hadn't seen no videos from Machinima. Then I looked them up, and the channel ain't even got no videos anymore. So, no, I'm curious, because bruh, I have no idea what was going on with Machinima. Like, I remember watching them when I very first got into YouTube back in, like, 2010. Watched them maybe for a few years, and then I think once when I started kind of just doing my own content, I hadn't really had the time to like sit down and watch a whole lot of channels. So yeah, Machinima was just one of those channels where it was like, you saw it, but then yeah, at some point in time it was like it just disappeared. And so now let's go ahead and get into this, guys. Make sure if y'all haven't, go subscribe to Sunny V2 for more videos like this. And then that being said, like, if you needed to see something gaming related, this was the channel. Now it just seems like it's
watching a Modern Warfare 2 video
like IGN or some other channels. But anyways,
back in 2010, and you saw this intro pop up at the start, you knew you were about to witness an absolute banger of a video. But I have a question for you. Do you remember seeing this intro at all after maybe 2012, 2013, 2014?
No.
What happened to it? It was at one
That's
point...
what I'm saying. Like, then it was like years later, and it was like 2015 when I started getting, they disappeared.
The hallmark for the craziest video gameplays, supporting a lot of the greatest creators in YouTube history, such as C-Nanners, Hutch, Tabes, PewDiePie, G-Unit 123. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember this video.
Hey guys, it's Shaggy here, aka G-Unit, and hello Machinima. I'm a new director here today, getting the world's fastest nuke in 30 seconds. Just showing you guys.
Yep, even that was Machinima. So how did it go completely defunct by 2019, along with every single video being deleted from the channel? Was it the terrible reputation that brought the channel undone?
Stay away from Machinima. They are absolute cancer. Now,
or the fact that they would prey on young, naive creators with long-term, unbreakable contracts?
My contract had ended, and I messaged Machinima. I didn't get a single response.
This video is going to explore the rise and fall of Machinima on YouTube, alongside the many scams that occurred in the process. So theoretically, buckle up, fellas. Let's get into it.
No, wait, no. Okay, there we go. Because it is like passengers, but driver's seat. Okay.
By Hugh Hancock in Los Angeles, California. However, for many of us, including myself, the early 2000s isn't really a relatable time period that we can all reminisce on. I'm more interested in the downfall of Machinima on YouTube. So let's ignore the early 2000s and fast forward to the notoriety between Machinima and YouTube, beginning in 2006. The Machinima YouTube channel began on the 16th of January 2006.
Classic YouTube.
In a strange kind of way, YouTube actually would have been a competitor for the original Machinima site, given that Machinima was actually somewhat of a video sharing service in the early 2000s. Machinima observed the strong growth of YouTube in the beginning and applied the old, if you can't beat them, join them. But Machinima was very smart about it. They didn't just join YouTube and start uploading their own videos. They actually set up a sub-business within YouTube called YouTube Networks. Back when the partner program was first introduced on YouTube, which was the original program where creators could earn money off their content, it was very difficult for content creators to monetize gaming content. YouTube was reluctant to monetize gaming content due to grey area copyright laws at the time, and they figured it was better to be safe than sorry, so no video games were monetized.
Was that? I don't want to go back and rewind, but it's like, bruh, that was in a game. I'm like, how is y'all? That had to be
many
fake.
examples which articulate how difficult it was to be a gaming content creator between 2006 and 2012 on YouTube. One example is with the content creator Darkside Phil. When Phil simply uploaded a gameplay of the game Splinter Cell in April 2010,
Classic.
Ubisoft, the developer, contacted YouTube and had Phil's whole channel taken down just for uploading a gameplay of a single game. This highlights
And now look at them. They be out there like literally hiring people. Nah, they should compensate that, man, because they be hiring people to play their games when they got like a new update or a new game coming out. That's crazy.
How far gaming content has come on YouTube, but more importantly, how difficult it was to be a gaming YouTuber in the early days of YouTube. And this was only just being a gaming YouTuber, a level down from actually earning money from gaming YouTube videos.
Yeah, because like I even remember when EA Games, you had to sign a contract in order to post footage of their games. So yeah, it was EA. I remember a lot of times, like, I guess like if you were a FIFA streamer, you was in the clear. But like anything else, yeah, it was just you had to, it was a hassle and stuff. I think even they had to sign contracts to play games and stuff. But other than that, there was like, I think it was them, Nintendo, who else? Yeah, I think then obviously Ubisoft.
Then Machinima came along and offered a solution to the difficulty in getting gaming content monetized. Content creators could be guaranteed an income for their creation efforts by partnering with Machinima. Machinima would serve as a middleman, where content creators would upload videos under the Machinima channel rather than their own channel on YouTube. Machinima would then pay 60% of the revenue from that video to the original creator and keep 40% for themselves.
And all
Sounds
Machinima
reasonable.
wanted in return was a 3-year contract and 40% of all my earnings.
40% seems like a lot of your ad revenue from YouTube, right? Well, at the time, you had the choice of keeping either 60% of your income or 0% of your income, given that if the content was uploaded on your own channel, you'd get nothing. So on the
Because if you think about it in a long term, because yeah, it's like obviously Machinima is no longer a thing, but like let's say you blow up because of them, and I mean look at PewDiePie. I'm saying like I feel like a long term effect, it'll pay off.
it actually looked like an excellent deal for creators. Suddenly, creators had the opportunity to make money off the videos that they otherwise would have earned nothing from. Machinima also offered another simple, intangible advantage: the status of being a Machinima creator. Even as early as January 2009, as seen in this screenshot, Machinima has 367,000 subscribers, which eventually grew to 5 million.
Yeah, that was back in that day. That was a lot.
2012, making it the 4th biggest channel on YouTube by subscriber count at its peak. On top of this, as we mentioned in the intro, you just knew a video was going to be a good video when it had the Machinima introduction. So who wouldn't want to have the reputation of being a Machinima creator? It would also give the small creators that feeling of working alongside the other big guns in the video game content creation scene. You might only have a few hundred subscribers, but you could be featured on a channel with 5 million subscribers. Another concept that seemed very enticing on the surface, but it was very disappointing in reality, as we'll explore later.
There was no growth. All the analytics were just in a straight line. There was no growth, no subs, nothing. It all stayed exactly the same.
On top of this, Machinima would offer creators what they called a talent scout, which looking back now just kind of seems like a buzzword to entice naive kids who thought they had a special content creation talent into joining Machinima.
And what they did was they set me up with a talent manager. And this sounded really good originally. I was like, oh my god, I've got someone watching my back. I've got my own talent manager. This is amazing.
On top of this, Machinima also promised a team of people to help creators promote and create their videos, giving them advice and guiding them to success. So Machinima had all the bells and whistles on the surface, right? Everything a content creator could possibly want for growing their channel and income. What could possibly go wrong?
Something went wrong.
What is up, Drumler Nation? I'm your host, Killer Keemstar. Let's get right into the news. We are here with Ross Boomsocks. He uploaded a video about a week ago that ended up on the front page of Reddit. Basically, he's having problems with Machinima. A lot of other YouTubers jumped in expressing their complaints with Machinima.
So up until this point, we've highlighted the golden facade of Machinima, what it offered to creators, the promise of glory and riches, money on videos that wouldn't be monetized otherwise, the status of being Machinima creator, the promise of having a talent scout and support for your content. Looks like a pretty good deal on the surface, right? Well, the packages they offered were actually a lot more surreptitious than they appeared on the surface. The insidious part about Machinima was that they preyed on the short-term thinking of individual creators. The contracts that were handed out were usually 3 to 7 years in length, which to a lot of small YouTubers and YouTube newbies doesn't seem like a very long time. And even if it did, they just disregarded that because they just saw the opportunity for money and went into the contract blindly.
I signed the contract and it's for 3 years, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Like, it's 3 years. That's not
like with a legitimate business, it does sound good, but yeah, with a shady business, of course, yeah, it's not gonna be good. So
that long of a time if you think about it.
Side note, it's actually a really long time.
But 3 years on YouTube can actually be a really long time. Mr. Beast went from 1.2 million subscribers to 33.5 million subscribers in the last 3 years. PewDiePie gained 10 billion views in the last 3 years. And PewDiePie at one point was actually partnered with Machinima. He had this to say about them back in 2015. I was screwed over by Machinima like many others 4 years ago, but managed to get out luckily. It's mind-boggling to me how they can still pull shit like this and get away with it. Unless Google steps up and puts tighter leashes on networks, YouTubers are going to be the ones who pay for their greediness. Hope your shit gets sorted, dude. Theoretically, if PewDiePie was partnered with Machinima for the last 3 years, earning approximately $3 per 1,000 views on his videos, his revenue would have been 30 million from 10 billion views. If you take 40% of that, a 3-year partnership with Machinima would have cost PewDiePie $12 million.
Dang.
Not exactly something to brush over lightly, right? Anyway, that's not a real scenario. However, it highlights
That's
how
a lot.
damaging some
No,
of these
that's a
contracts have
lot.
the potential to be at the time, and how much can be achieved on YouTube in the space of 3 years. On top of this, in certain situations, they even snuck extra months into the contract without notifying creators, such as this example with Ross Boomsticks.
And I only learned 2 or 3 months ago that he slipped an extra 7 months under my nose.
That's wild.
That my contract was ending in
It's like, that's why they ain't got no videos up on their
20
channel. They're shady.
2017 instead of 2016.
The creators who signed up with Machinima when their channels were small in size started to realize how much money they could make on YouTube when exponential growth started to kick in. When a lot of creators
That's what you have to do though with companies when they do things like that. And it's like, you know, you can't, I mean, because no, the thing is this, I feel like people would say that I would be in the wrong for it, but when they're doing shady stuff like that, where it's like, okay, I will fight fire with fire, I'm putting you guys out on blast. And sure enough, that's what happened. They got put out on blast. And it's like, that's the thing where it's like, you can't do things like that to people and then just think that they're not going to say or do anything about it. It's like, no, you need to pay these guys on time, do the right thing, and you won't be in no situation where you have to take down all your videos and disappear and stuff. So
they were only making what, $1 a month on YouTube? So 40 cents a month for all the perks seemed like a good deal, right? Well, I'm sure that a boatload of those creators would have gotten to the point of making $1,000 a month, then $10,000 a month, and suddenly 40% per month to Machinima is really starting to hurt the bottom line and overall earnings for creators. But there was nothing they could do. They were stuck in the contract for the next 3 years. The promised talent scouts and help that was supposed to come to creators suddenly vanished as soon as they signed the contracts.
Now, nearly instantly, I regretted signing the contract because the second I signed it, my talent manager suddenly said that he was busy, and he only said that after I had signed the contract. And he said he was going away on a business trip and I'd basically be on my own for the next 5 to 6 weeks. So basically over a month I'd be completely in the dark.
It was also revealed that uploading to Machinima, the high status YouTube channel, really didn't provide any growth for small creators.
About 4 to 5 months pass and nothing. My channel doesn't grow at all. Views are still dead. I got about 200 to 300 views a video. I mean, for some people that sounds like a lot, but I wanted to grow and there was no growth. All the analytics were just in a straight line. There was no growth, no subs, nothing. It all stayed exactly the same.
The issue with Machinima was that they had so many creators signed up with them that it was impossible to differentiate yourself from the crowd on their channel. They would upload hundreds of videos a week, and how could a small channel with 100 subscribers compete with other channels?
they did upload a lot. I do remember that.
Machinima just really wasn't a good way to grow a channel. Uploading a video to a 5 million subscriber channel seems like a great growth method. But the reality was no one really clicked through from Machinima to your individual channel. Along with Machinima basically being a scumbag company that would prey on individuals with insanely
It's like, out of all the
contract
images,
conditions.
man.
The truth was that
Like,
the need
out
for the
of all.
middleman on YouTube just wasn't really there anymore by 2013. Machinima was originally introduced because individual YouTubers couldn't have their gaming content monetized. However, this was not really an issue anymore by 2013. The need for the middleman had almost completely disappeared by 2014. So what did this mean for the company? They basically had a boatload of creators who had signed 3 to 7 year contracts between 2009 and 2013, but absolutely no one.
It's like, I do remember though, well, I mean, the video's almost over, but I just remember when I kind of went through something similar, not with Machinima, but it was with another company, and it was like, yeah, it didn't help me grow, and it was like signing with them for no reason. It's like money that I could have just saved for myself, and you know, all I just recommend to content creators out there is like, you have to be the one to market yourself. So like, gotta get into other social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube Shorts, Facebook, like just every platform out there that you possibly can get yourself into.
One else signing new contracts given that there was no need to become a Machinima creator after 2013. This left Machinima earning a passive but dwindling income from the remaining contracts, with diminishing revenue as the contracts began to expire. And if we go back, the two reasons that people initially signed up for Machinima was to monetize their gaming content and have help from the talent scouts and staff at Machinima to help grow their channel. Content creators could monetize their own content, and the consensus and review from other creators was that Machinima wouldn't help at all creating videos or growing channels. So in the end, there was just no need for them. There wasn't a single thing that they could offer that individual creators couldn't do themselves. On top of no YouTuber actually having a use for the business, Machinima began to become the subject of bulk slander from almost every YouTuber that had been with them. As we've explored with many clips in this video like PewDiePie, Pyrocynical, Ross Boomsticks, even Drama Alert began to create videos slandering the dodgy actions of Machinima, and the Machinima reign just kind of imploded on itself on YouTube. Machinima continued to dwindle from 2014 all the way up until February 2019, when the entire channel went private. Machinima fired their 81 remaining staff, and Machinima announced that they would be ceasing operation and merging into another company. But as scummy as Machinima appeared to be from all the dodgy underlying contract terms, I still feel like Machinima has a special nostalgic spot in all of our hearts as a viewer.
yeah.
The Machinima legacy is one that will be left with the glory years of Modern Warfare 2 and old League of Legends. So Machinima, despite being a total scumbag of a business structure, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for the nostalgia. And you 100% deserved what you had coming to you for screwing over so many creators. That's going to be all for this video, guys. If you guys could like and subscribe, I would appreciate the hell out of that. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Take it easy. Peace.
That's crazy. Like, I didn't know that all that had happened. Like, cause yeah, it's like, you know, you look up and then you just see that the channel is like, you know, that it might as well be gone and things. So that's crazy, man. I think cause they was like, they showed they were like at 12 million. But no, I think they were at like 11 something million when I had last checked. Yeah, like 11.6 million things. So yeah, like that channel, it just, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, I'm still subscribed to the channel too. They still like, no, do they have videos? No, they still got like they got like a playlist up and things, but yeah, you know, it's like you guys, you can't do that to people and then think that, you know, people just gonna slide with it. They're not. Like, you gotta do the right thing by people. So, but anyways, yeah, and that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Make sure you guys go subscribe to SunnyV2 for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.